So this morning I had the pleasure of going out with Miss Kathryn Beaty, and she was born and raised in Panacea, Florida, and she learned how to cast net at 55 years old, and she's 70 now, and she's out there pancaking net after net after net. And I got lucky because not only did I get to follow her, but she gifted me some beautiful white shrimp, as Larry Tucker likes to say. I got me some white shrimp. So I'm going to take this white shrimp and I'm going to cook it up in my cast iron skillet with the bacon fat left from this morning's breakfast with a little garlic and just a splash of lemon. Now, I think these shrimp are gorgeous, and the problem with these one-take wonders are I can't really edit and cut around stuff, so I'm going to try to show you a little bit of them. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but they have a beautiful tail. It's blue and black with a little orange in it, and then they have these are beautiful jumbo shrimp. Really pretty orange legs, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but they have this sharp spiny thing on the head. I like to call these unicorn shrimp. And then they have these long tendrils that help them kind of feel their way around. Now, this beautiful plate of shrimp, these guys were live up until a few minutes ago. Now, the beauty of fresh shrimp, a lot of times when you get shrimp, you pop off the heads because they're just a little bit icky. But the beautiful thing about literal ocean to mouth within an hour or two is leaving the heads on there full of fat. And this is the good kind of fat. So it cancels out the bacon fat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook these up in the shells with their heads on, with the tendrils, everything. Toss in a little garlic, toss in a little lemon, and have some peel and eat shrimp for lunch with, of course, some sweet tea. That is good sweet tea. It's not grandma's sweet tea. All right, so my skillet is already hot, as you can hear. I'm going to toss in a little garlic. Just give it a little hint of garlic flavor. Now these are not going to cook as fast as the Royal Reds, but I have a feeling that these are going to be just as good. And as Miss Barbara was telling me this morning, she read an article where they're now serving crispy shrimp heads in a restaurant. And it's true, and they're delicious. I've had them. So I'm going to wait to squeeze the lemon until they're a little bit closer to being done, just to give it a little bit of flavor, because you don't want to overdo it. It's just a nice, and I took all the seeds out. Just going to give it a little bit of lemon in there. And that's going to help them steam and give it a little bit of extra flavor to kind of cut through the fat. Oh, and of course, salt. How could I forget my salt? And y'all know I'm spoiled. So I've got my Hawaiian salt. See, the one thing that wasn't ready. I've got my Hawaiian salt. Give it a little mortar and pestle. Oh yeah, baby. A little salt in that there pan. And these guys are almost ready. Now personally, I like my shrimp raw, especially when they're fresh. I'll pull it right out of the water, and while that sucker is still flapping, I'll peel them and eat them whole and live. Because, you know, I'm a carnivore. If you're going to be a carnivore, don't mess around, right? But I'm excited to try these. Because I don't think I've ever had white shrimp cooked this fast. And I got to say, it was pretty exciting to watch Miss Kathryn throw a net. She was born and raised in Panacea. And she didn't learn how to cast a net till she was 55, and she's 70 now. And she's a little bitty thing, and she's out there casting a net for shrimp just like the boys who are young enough to be her grandchildren. And I have to say, it inspired me. I haven't cast a net in 30 years. I've let JD do the honors, and I have a feeling that after I eat these white shrimp, I am going to drive my butt into Crumbs, and I'm going to go get a net, and I'm going to learn how to cast a net, because I need to start catching my own bait. I can't rely on the man to catch my bait. The man either being JD or the man being somebody I'm paying. I do have a net or a trap out on the reef, but it doesn't always catch the little things. It catches pinfish, but I need to catch some other stuff. Wow, these are pretty. I don't think you can see anything in my skillet, I'll show you in a minute. Cast iron skillet gets hot. I think these guys are done. I'll give them just a little bit longer. But boy, do they look good. And all their little whiskers have all gotten wrapped around one another. So they're all kind of stuck together. But look at that. Look at that beautiful color. I know they're going to be too hot for me to try right away. Now I'm going to give it another little splash of lemon. A lot of people like to use Old Bay and a bunch of other stuff, and my feeling is when you use all those spices, you're covering something up. You know, food tastes good in a pure form. A little bacon fat or butter, a little salt, a little lemon, a little lime, maybe some fresh herbs, but you really don't need a lot. When you get your produce or your meat or your seafood fresh, I really like to keep it simple. I think that's the best way to do things. Keep it simple, stupid. All right, these guys look done. So, I'm gonna get all this stuff out the way. I'm just gonna pour it right back on. Well, I probably shouldn't put it on the plate that had the raw shrimp on it, huh? All right, and I know this is gonna be too hot for me to eat, but I'm gonna do it anyway, for you, the viewer. All right, let's give this a shot. What if these heads are crispy enough to try? Oh my God, there's some good fat in there. Holy cow. Wow, and that lemon, that was perfect. Perfect amount of lemon, perfect amount of salt. Woo, they're hot. It's hard to peel them when they're hot, people. Yikes, my fingers are burning. Come on. Usually I use my fingernails, but all my fingernails disappear when I'm fishing. I gotta cut them all off, so this is taking a little bit longer to peel than normal. I don't have my peeling mojo. Oh my gosh, this looks good. I can't even wait. So you gotta peel it all the way down so you get that last little meat out of the tail. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yep. Oh, Miss Kathryn, thank you so much for giving me these for lunch, because I am going to tell you what, there is nothing better than fresh seafood. And that's why I love living down here. Well, I don't really live down here. I'm working on that. But you know, I mean, fresh seafood straight from the ocean, unpolluted ocean, you know, catching something literally farm to mouth in a minute. Yeah, that's good. Get you some shrimp. And thank you, Miss Kathryn, for taking me out today and inspiring me to learn how to cast a net. Whether it's for bait or shrimp, I'm going to figure this thing out, and the next video is going to be something that I catch from my net. And then poor JD's never going to have anything to do on a boat except, I don't know, be a tourist. Love ya.